Yata. Saturdays, tune in 12 noon to 2 p.m. Central Time. First Saturday, Success Strategies with Jana. Second Saturday, Wendy Williams Esquire on relationships. Third Saturday, Move Around with Deborah. And fourth Saturday, Wisdom with Mama D. Join us Sundays, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time for Soul Purpose Healing with Beata. Call in and comment 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak to the host and be a part of the solution. We are back, and we have with us herself, ZeldaSpeaks, our Monday morning mindfulness host.
We've got an artist named Her. So I guess I'm herself.
Her. That's creative.
I'm herself.
So now you're herself. Yeah. So we've just seen the January 29, 2022 Global Teen Talent Competition, the Global Virtual Teen Talent Competition. And a lot of people were thinking, oh, wow, COVID has us locked down. We can't travel. We can't go to places. But I'm looking at all the opportunities that have opened up as a result of us having to go virtual with everything. Just think of all the plane fare that we're saving and hotel fees.
Yes, ma'am.
Just think if somebody had to travel. Fare. Yeah, hotel fare, all this stuff, I mean, being able to just connect with somebody across the world by just hitting a few buttons on your computer, that is amazing. And so we had a chance to see young people from, I think, about 5 different countries today. And, it really is amazing because young people, wow, the energy that they bring to the arts is just amazing. And I'm hearing voices. I mean, you never know how much you're impacting someone's life. Some of the artists that we listen to all the time, realize that they're being listened to by young people all around the world. Yes, and so we're hearing folks sounding like, Whitney Houston and Patti LaBelle. I mean, they got these voices. I'm like, wow. Jennifer Hudson, sounding like. Yes.
Everyone's one common goal.
Yep.
Yes. So one thing we know that we reach a whole lot of people through our culture. Mm-hmm. And that means we're influencing the next generation because they're imitating a lot of our artists. And, there's no way you can sing a song and not feel the soul of the person who sang the song. So that means we're actually sharing our experience with young people through these sounds. So what was your inspiration for creating this?
Well, we were always taping shows. You're a producer at CAN-TV, Chicago Access Television, so So we're always looking for new ideas for shows. Mm-hmm. And we would usually have adults on, but the adults kept during the breakout sessions, commercials, they were always talking about their kids. And I was like, we need to give these children something to do. And most of them are gifted anyway, so let's just get them to do what they naturally do. So have them come in here, sing, direct, dance, act, rap, write, whatever you do. And then COVID hit. So we're like, okay, so how are we going to keep doing the work that we do at the Higher Learning Network.org? Shameless plug. How do we do that? And we can't touch them. We can't hold them. We can't hug them. We can't love them like we normally do.
Yeah.
So I was at a loss. I didn't know what to do. So I got quiet doing my morning meditation. And I asked the universe, spirit, Allah, God, Jehovah, Yahweh, whatever you want to call it. I asked it, my higher power, my higher self, to come to speak to me and tell me what to do. It said, do a contest on the internet. I was like, I don't know that many kids. How can I do a contest? And then I remember what my granny used to tell me, baby, just trust. If the spirit give it to you, it's gonna provide a way. And I was like, okay. So I started calling people. Called 2 people. The first 2 people couldn't help. I mean, just going around in circles. Called another people, just going around in circles. I was like, you know what? I cannot do this on. I give up. I quit. That's what I said to myself. I never said it out loud, but I said, and something within me said, no, you don't. No, you can't quit. And I was like, well, then I'm sitting here having a conversation with myself, and Tony's like, who are you talking to? And I was like, I'm talking to myself. I said, you talk to yourself? I said, people call you crazy when you talk to yourself, but this is the kicker. I got all the answers anyway. Sometimes I just need to hear them outside of my head.
Yes. Now, see, I totally understand. It used to freak my husband out when I'd be walking around the house having a conversation with myself. And he's like, you don't really even need me here. You haven't you ask a question and answer it yourself. I mean, what am I here for?
Yeah, baby.
You're having an argument with yourself. I mean, all of that, the whole lively conversation all by yourself.
Yes, man, all by myself. All by myself. So I disagree with that theory that because people talk to themselves, they're crazy. The older I get, the more I talk to myself, and I'm okay with it. I'm gonna call me crazy. Just be sure you call me for dinner. I'll be there. Okay.
So, but like you say, you need to hear it outside your own head.
Yes, outside your head.
You're like, what that makes sense.
Just running around up in here, just running around. I call it the committee. I even wrote about it in my first book called the
Consultative Committee.
What was my first book? The Inspirational Conversations, Volume 1. Yeah, because these voices in our head, and we don't have the tools and techniques on how to quiet them and how to redirect them. That's why you have to join us on Monday morning mindfulness, and that's what I teach. And you could always on blogtalkradio.com, the Female Solution, every Monday. Pick one, 7:15 or thereabout, somewhere around there. I teach the breathing and how to listen. Because if we don't listen, you can't hear anything. And you want to get outside of your head because your head will run you crazy. Ask me, I know.
Absolutely. But I am learning how that breathing is so critical. I was reading one of my daughter's books on yoga this morning, as a matter of fact. And what happens when you breathe? I mean, the whole process of what you're awakening in your body, and you're connecting to the universal spirit. That's how we connect, through the breath. So that's the foundation of everything. And it's really an amazing exercise you take people through every morning, because you think Monday morning, the beginning of the week, you have to get that beginning part.
You're already rushing out the door. You're not even up out the bed yet, and you're already rushing out the door. And that's why one of the things that they teach you in yoga is to lay in bed and breathe before you even get out of the bed. So start the process before your feet hit the floor, because once your feet hit the floor, your mind's already running 100 miles an hour. Then your feet gonna run 110 miles an hour. So you're not thinking about. I love what gospel artist Edna Tatum said. I think she passed. Her name was Edna Tatum, and she said, "In all thy doing, give praise." Because praising this vehicle that woke you up, the fact that you woke up means there's work to do. If you don't wake up, you don't have no work to do.
That's right. You're done. You're done here. Your job is over.
You woke up, home. There's some work for you to do. So, and you don't know what that work is. It's not about going to a job because you're working on somebody else's dream. You got to work on your dream while you're working on their dream.
Right.
Their dream is going to be there. They employed you. So now you've got to employ yourself. And that's what the breathing will do. The breathing will put you in a state of consciousness. It was explained to me that the ether, the grounded, we need to get grounded, because the sky, there in the universe, there is electricity. We are electricity. And then the ground is electrical as well. So we are the conduit. If we do not, if we don't get the energy from up here or from down there, where does it go? It's all over the place. So we got to bring it in here.
Wow.
In the breath. And then we got to bring it. That's why they tell us to walk barefooted. especially on the ground. It's kind of hard to do here in Chicago because it's cold and the snow on the ground, but still at least walk and hug a tree.
Hug a tree.
Hug a tree.
Trees
Why
have
trees, Zelda? Because tree has roots.
yes.
Those are your roots.
Yeah, rooted.
You're grounded when you hug a tree.
Yes. Yes.
If somebody piss you off, just go take a deep breath and hug a tree. I promise you, you'll be okay. It may not sound like the thing. See, they're not going to teach you that in school. They're definitely not going to teach you in public school.
Right.
They're not going to teach you in any other school. At college, none of that. Because they want you to work on their dream. And their dream is your job. Time to get centered in the morning before you even get out of the bed. Chances are you're going to work on their dream a little bit more than you're going to work on your dream, because it takes time, effort, and energy to work on self. Jim Rohn, speaker, bless his heart, passed away. Jim Rohn says, you can work a job and make some money, but you can work on yourself and make a fortune.
Ooh, I like that saying. You can work a job and make some money. You can work on yourself and make a fortune.
Ooh. And Les Brown is proof of that.
Yes.
Second grade, my mentor in the speaking industry, second grade, no education. What do they call it? EMH or something?
Yeah. EMH, educationally, mentally handicapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, labeled
now.
And I was thinking about him the other day. Yes. I mean, just look at that. This is what I would say to any parent. Do not let a school or anybody else label your child as disabled. Don't let them label your child as lacking ability or handicapped. Your child is perfect however they came here and however they learn, whether it's dyslexic or whatever it is. They are here for a purpose. And so don't let anybody limit your child and where they may go. Because how many people have we seen just stellar lives, and somewhere in their childhood they were told they were handicapped or slow or retarded,
stupid,
and all of that.
Retarded, ugly, fat, stupid, big ears, big forehead, big nose, big lips, and they're banning all of that. They're banning all of that. Lock, stock, and barrel.
So I had
you crazy, but I can go bad and I'm cool.
Yeah,
something's just not right.
Something's not right.
Who said it? Who said that? Keith Sweat. Something just ain't right.
Yes.
No. So you have to think of. I really feel for teachers because they are put in the predicament of teaching children who should be taught the basics at home first. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Tracy. That's Tracy. Part of our Higher Learning Network team. Thank you, Tracy.
All right. Thanks for
so glad to see that you're healing, my sister.
Oh,
Tracy,
wonderful.
I have known Tracy since. Ooh, whoa. Okay. That long. Yeah. Anyway, we're in 1993. I graduated from Columbia at the age of 40, mind you. So don't be impressed, because no, I was not 19 or 20. I went back to school at 38 to get my degree.
Oh, that's good.
I was working on somebody else's dream. Yeah, I went back to school at 38 and graduated at 40. I was the oldest kid in my class, of course, and they all loved me because at the time I had a high top fade. They had never seen anything like this. This is out of the norm. So I had a box. I can't find the book.
I think I've seen that photo. I like that hairdo on you. That's cute.
That's not great shows. I love my high top fade, and I ain't had to comb it either. Yes, I'm healing. Tracy says I'm healing. Anyway, Tracy introduced me to the Chicago Association of Black Journalists. I went to the first meeting with Dorothy Tucker and what was the tall guy who retired? What was the tall guy's name on Channel 5? Warner Saunders.
Oh, Warner Saunders. Oh, yes, right.
Warner Saunders and Art Norman, who so graciously gave me a quote for my first book, The Passion Principles. That was my first book, The Passion Principles. Path to Purpose, Power, and Profit. He said
Art is such a, he's just such a bubbly personality. I get a kick out of Art every time I see him.
He is, and he's a good soul. He gave me a quote for my book, and he said I was the Harriet Tubman of inspiration. I was like, "Ooh, that's
all right now. Hey,
that's a big shoe to fill." I don't know.
Ooh, yeah.
But you said it. I receive it. Okay.
All right
You know
now.
how we doubt ourselves,
Mhm.
and this is something. I'm so glad that young girl from Saudi Arabia said she was not feeling loved, because it
Mm.
just dawned on me about a month or so ago why we get a phone call that we're not expecting and somebody we haven't heard from in a long time, and what do we think? Something automatic negative answer.
Yeah. What's wrong?
Automatic negative thoughts. What's wrong? And then it dawned on me, we are born into this negative
Yeah.
energy.
Yes.
So we pick that energy up because remember, I
Yeah.
talk above and below, and we're the conduit.
Mm-hmm.
It all makes sense now. So it's not that we doubt ourselves, it's just the world is full of doubt, and we picked up on that energy. So we then doubt ourselves, and it's like, wow. Okay, because I have this thing with numbers, especially when I'm typing in on the computer and it's 6 numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I'll type in the first 3 numbers and then go back and look at the other 3 numbers, knowing that I know the second 3 numbers, but I don't trust myself. So now I'm getting in the habit of saying 649-831, and I say it out loud, getting out of my head again. I say it out loud, and then I type it in, and then there's no problem.
Yeah. Well, I've heard that's a good way to remember things. Just like if you say out loud, I'm putting my keys on the dresser.
Yes.
You know, then your mind is going to remember hearing it outside your head.
Yes.
So that's the way to remember things. Say it out loud. Yeah.
I love one of the guests that you had on the show, and he passed to B Love's buddy, Dr.
Oh, Dr.
That's
wait a minute.
Not Bassetti. I can't think of his
He
name.
got his book.
Yeah, got his book too.
Finding Peace or something? It's gonna come to me.
It'll come to us before the show's over. But he said that we have been so heavily indoctrinated that we don't even realize it. And I was like, huh. Okay, and for Dr. What does indoctrinated mean for the people who don't understand?
Dr. Lewis Baskins.
Baskin. I know there's a B in there somewhere.
Right. Yeah.
For the people who don't get indoctrinated, observe yourself, and see how much you look at this during the course of a day. You know, they send you the cell phone company will send you an update on how much FaceTime, because they are looking at you as you're.
They know how they sure. I just got a notice this morning, you know, and they would give you percentages.
Yes.
How so they know how long you're spending on your phone.
Yes, a lot of time. So mine is down. My time is down by 5 hours and 38 minutes or something like that. And I was so proud of myself. You know why? Because we have been indoctrinated. We have been programmed to live with this. It's like back in the day, we couldn't go out without lipstick or earrings. Now we can't leave home without a phone. And when you're not on the phone, you're wondering what's on the phone. So you go back and check Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and all of that is called programming. That programming is to keep you breathing just as you are, very shallow. Just watch it. Don't believe me. Just observe your breath. So when you're programmed, you are not taking deep breaths. You are not thinking. You are not connecting with the divine. And the divine can't get to you through all of this 5G. That's just the way it is. And actually it's 6G. They just haven't told you. Probably 8G, and we just don't know about it. So that's why that breathing is so important. It's 1:29. I know you need to take a commercial break right about now.
Right about now. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. And for those who are listening online and want to join this conversation, give us a call, 515-605-9325. Press 1 if you want to speak. If you're on our switchboard now and have something you want to say, press 1, and we'll see your hand raised on the switchboard, and we'll come to you and open your mic. And if you are watching us on the Female Solution Facebook Live, then you can write in your comments and we'll share them with our listening and viewing audience. And just for those who don't know what that word indoctrination means, it means the process of teaching a person or group to accept a set of beliefs uncritically. Like that.
Yeah.
What are you believing that you never question and you just follow?
Right. You just like, I think they refer to those kind of people as sheeple.
Yes.
Not to offend. Not to offend, never to offend, but to enlighten.
Yes. Think
and
about
more. So now you know better. You can do better.
Absolutely.
Holding this 5 hours a day, get it down to 4 hours.
Yeah. And then 3, and then 2, and then after a while, don't look at it all. Only when it rains.
The hardest thing to do is to turn your phone off at night. Who turns their phone off at night?
Oh wow.
Listen to
that, and that's something I struggle with because sometimes I'm all night long on the phone and I'll wake up, well actually I end up
wake up to it
all night. And it's 4 o'clock in the morning, I realize I have not gone to sleep.
Yep.
It can happen. You get stuck on TikTok. Come on, tell the truth.
Yep.
And
because it's so good. I'm sorry. Some of the things on there, sometimes if you're not feeling good, you're not feeling your best, and you go on there and see something crazy, it's like, I needed that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tell myself I needed that, and I got it. Now turn the phone off, go to bed.
That's
Roll
right.
over, turn the phone off, go to bed.
Yeah, that's what you got to do because the trick is to not get stuck. And next thing you know, 5 hours have passed and you still on TikTok.
Yep.
We'll be right back, you all.
We'll be right here.
Stay with us.
Are you constantly arguing with your spouse? Are your children misbehaving and acting out? Someone in your family abusing drugs? Have you been the victim of domestic violence? Are you grieving over the loss of a loved one? Let us help you restore serenity to your life. At Serenity Family Social Services, we understand that good mental health is the result of emotional well-being. Our goal is to assist you and your family in removing emotional distress and restoring harmony and balance to your lives. We offer individual, couples, and family counseling. I'm Howard Williams, CEO of Serenity Family Social Services. Call us today at 312-315-4820. That's 312-315-4820.
Oh man, God sent the monthly sun bill today. This sunlight is really expensive, especially during this season. I'll probably have to work overtime to pay it.
Well, you better pay it on time. We don't want the sun to go out and we're sitting up here all day in the dark. Wouldn't it be terrible if God charged us for sunlight? Well, thank God, the light and heat from the sun is free. So why are we paying such high bills for the energy we use in our homes? Because we don't know how to use solar energy, the free energy from the sun. You can convert your regular home to a solar energy home and save tremendously on your electric bill. Take a look at your electric bill. Wouldn't you like to reduce or possibly even eliminate that cost altogether? Let one of our solar consultants show you how. Call today, 312-849-3456. And schedule a free consultation. That's 312-849-3456.
Do you worry about finances, family, health, job, relationships? Are you in pain? Do you feel stuck? If you answered yes to any of these questions, help is available. Don't worry, you're not alone. It's part of the human process. You only feel this way because you haven't mastered the voices in your head. No hype, just down-to-earth, solid, workable tools and techniques that you can practice daily. It's really food for the soul. Whether you want to learn how not to worry about anything, reverse type 2 diabetes, publish a book, promote your product or service, or just make extra money. To take advantage of the deal of the day, go to ZeldaSpeaks.com or call 312-409-6619. Mention promo code The Female Solution and get free shipping. That's ZeldaSpeaks.com or 312-409-6619. Stop worrying today. Visit ZeldaSpeaks.com.
We are back, and you're listening to and watching the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. We just got done watching the Global Virtual Teen Talent Competition produced by Higher Learning Network, and we've got with us ZeldaSpeaks, our own Monday morning mindfulness stress relief coach and host of the Female Solution, and she's just been telling us her fantastic journey in creating this wonderful global competition. You know, there's a lot that I'm learning that just this year. It's kind of like once I reached 60, something changed inside of me.
Yes.
And I began to see life differently. And a lot of the things that we used to struggle with, the self-esteem issues, all of that disappears because we start realizing that most of what we were stressed about, like you talk about getting rid of the stress, most of the things we're stressed about are really our own thoughts. They're in our own head, our own perceptions. Like you say, you know, coming into a negative environment where everybody's being talked about like something's wrong with you. If you're not this, you're not good enough. You're not that, you're not good enough. And you finally realize I am perfect just as I am. I am a perfect expression of the Creator. And I am fine just as I am. It takes a lifetime to finally figure that out.
A lifetime.
What I know at 60.
I was like, man, really? I'm just learning this. Oh my goodness. And it's like sometimes children, it's like they know it already.
Yeah.
And why am I in my 60s and I'm just getting it? What's up with that?
Because, you know, we were raised by people who did the best they could, but they also had been indoctrinated into a way of thinking that you have to fix yourself to please other people. We were not taught that all of us are a unique expression of the divine. Yeah, especially women. Women are always taught you have to earn love. That means you have to conform to other people's opinion of what you should be if you want to be loved. Otherwise, you don't get any love.
Right.
Now that's the worst thing you've been feeling in your soul, that you don't deserve any love. Oh, I gotta fix my face. If your hair not right, you're not gonna get any love. If your nose is not right, you're not gonna get any love. If your lips aren't right, you're not gonna get any love. So you grow up feeling that, and actually, sometimes the adults around us, they reinforce that thought.
Yes,
so we're always thinking, well, if I don't do this right, I'm not gonna get any love. I'll be
Isn't that horrible?
Abandoned.
That's just wrong.
That's just wrong.
That's just plain old. I don't care how you dress it up. It's just wrong.
But how many young people do we make feel that way? And so just think about the homeless youth that you run into. What does it feel like for a young person to know that people are allowing them to live outdoors in the cold and won't help them? How does that feel?
That feels horrible. I can tell you how that feels. I've been homeless. And it is not a feeling I would want anybody to experience, because it will send you down a deep, dark hole. Luckily, I had family that took me in, and I didn't have children, so I guess I know that helped.
Yeah.
And so I lived with my cousin for about 3 months, and then my brother bought a house, like 4 or 5 bedrooms, and he only had 2 kids. So it was like, come stay with me. And I was like, oh, wow, thank you. And I stayed there for about 6 months till I got on my feet. But so I know what that feels like. I didn't have to sleep on the ground, but it's nothing like having your own. That's what we're taught. But I'm also being taught by Ellie Tom, the breatharian, that the world is your home.
The world is yours. Yes.
It just gets us attached to all these things. And it's like we can't clean out our closets because we've been taught to consume.
Yeah.
And none of that fulfills us in here.
Right.
You can't shop your way to happy. You can't do it.
Can't shop.
Have a good time while you're doing it. Now, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Sister like to shop too. Point and click.
But the more you buy, the more you have to buy. It's like it's
and
never
then
over.
you gotta pay for storage.
Yes.
I gotta do a show on
your stuff.
Why are you paying? Now I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say his name, but I have a cousin who pays rent for his apartment, and he pays $200 a month in storage fees for things that he has not used in years and is still not using. And I'm like, $200. You're paying interest on the stuff you bought. Deborah here in the amen. I know I'm stepping on some toes, but I can step on some toes because I'm house cleaning as I speak. I'm throwing away.
Hey, we all guilty. I mean, you know.
I give away something every day, and every day that I bring something, and I don't bring stuff home often, just groceries. That's it. Every time that I bring something home, that's my new rule. I have to give something away.
That's a good.
Don't give away something that you just don't want. Give away something you do want, because if it means something to you, it'll mean something to someone.
Right? Because if you don't want it, who else would want it? I mean, if it's old, raggedy, tore up, you know, that's not an act of charity. If you're giving away garbage, you know, give something, like you say, of value to you that you know someone else would value.
Yes. I had the pleasure of cleaning out my closet and giving away some gloves. I got lots of gloves I don't use.
Oh, wow.
Hats.
Somebody was appreciating those. COVID. Yeah. They didn't have any. Oh, yeah.
Women's shelter on, what was it, 1530 North Cedric. Lots of working women in there. So, you know, they want to look good going to work. They want to be warm.
Mm-hmm.
So God has blessed me. I don't need them. I'm sharing them. And I ask our viewers and listeners to do the same thing. You don't have to go to Tent City on Roosevelt on displays between Roosevelt and
Canal?
Taylor. Roosevelt and Taylor on Plain Street. You don't have to go to that Tent City. That's the one that I go to. But I've also discovered there's a lot on Chicago Avenue, just before you get to Kedzie Avenue, between Kedzie and Sacramento, under the viaduct on both sides. I just ordered some coconut, not chocolate. I said, I got all that hot chocolate. I'm like, I can't drink all that hot chocolate. What I'm going to do is go to the dollar store, get some cups, and put it in a big container and take it out there and just share it. I can't drink all that. I got 5 big old bags. What am I going to do with all of it?
Now, you know what, that is a beautiful thing to do, because I mean, how are they going to get hot chocolate out there in the cold? And you know, you don't
with no money, right?
With no money,
just something hot. Hot water would be nice if it's cold. Deborah, you give it away.
You give it away, and then go back and look for it when you're ready to wear it. Yeah, to get you. Forget you. Be looking for it. Where'd I put my gloves? Forgot you gave them away.
Because you know the same things over and over and over again.
Yeah. You gotta buy all this new stuff, and then you keep wearing your same favorite shoes, your same favorite pants, same favorite hat and coat. I gave away some winter clothes a couple of weeks ago. I thought, you know, I got these coats sitting up here in the closet, just sitting here. I'm never going to put them on because I think they're ugly or whatever it is, but they're warm. Somebody would appreciate these coats. So I gave them away to the church that I work with over on the west side, and they got a mobile van that they can, you know, go around to the homeless. It's something like a mobile store where you have, you know, clothing, boots, you know, all kinds of things. And they'll be, and I'm matter of fact, make sure I hook them up with you, because, you know, they're going to be every week giving out things to a lot of these homeless places, because there's a whole lot of tent cities in
girl, let me tell you,
all these viaducts with homeless people. It's amazing.
It's an epidemic. Do you hear me?
Epidemic, yes.
It's an epidemic. I did not know that, and it's like now I'm obsessed with watching all these YouTube videos with homeless people. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's like the state of California.
Wow. Yeah.
It's so high. It's like people are living across the street from homeowners, and the homeowners are complaining. They're saying, like, you know, we feel for them, but we're paying this mortgage, and here they are sitting out on our grass. It's like the city needs to do something about that.
Should I charge them rent? But you know, But but that does say something.
Horrible.
The thing about it, and this is how I know eventually our economy is going to evolve to a point where we're eliminating money as we know it, because it doesn't make sense if you're charging for something and no one can buy it. That means you can't get paid. So you're just as impoverished as the people who can't pay for your thing, because you can't get money that they don't have. So they're not going to pay you. So you're not going to have anything either. So it makes sense to just share what you have, because it has no value if you have it and you don't need it and they need it and you won't give it to them. It has no value. Nobody's benefiting from it. So eventually we're going to figure that out. So all these empty buildings where people, well, I want a certain amount of rent, or but the building is empty. You're not getting any money. And the people are living on the street in the cold, freezing to death. Does it make any sense at all? None at all. So eventually we're going to figure out nothing has value unless it's shared. Unless people benefit from it, it's valueless. And the wealthy are just as impoverished when they can't provide what people need and they can't get paid and they are holding on to it and it's not doing them any good. It has no value.
No whatsoever. So what's the point in having it?
What's the point in having it? Yeah. I mean, I looked at all them coats in my closet that I haven't worn in 5 years. And I thought, this is not making me wealthier. I'm not wearing them. Right. And the people who would need them, whose life would be enhanced, they're not benefiting because they're stuck in my closet.
Nope.
So that's when it becomes junk, because it's not serving a purpose.
Right. And that's not good.
That's not good.
You have been blessed. You are supposed to share those blessings. Yeah. And that's the first thing that they taught us in school when we were in kids.
Kindergarten. Yes. Share.
And you say that in the beginning of our show for the Female Solution.
That's right.
We would
just share. It's such a little thing. But like you say, this society is so negative. They make you feel like you are of less value if you don't have a certain dollar amount that you can spend. It's like your worth is based on how much money you have, rather than your worth just being worth because you exist, which is really truly what your worth is. You are a part of creation. You are therefore worthwhile. You are something of value because you are an expression of the Creator. So I saw a post somewhere, God don't make no junk. So there is no one who is of lesser value. So we have to stop that thought that, well, these people, they don't have money, therefore they're worthless, they're useless, they don't have money. And all of us grew up with that philosophy.
Yes, we did. And when we were children, we didn't know we were poor, according to their standards.
Yeah, and just think how blissfully we live. We ran around and we played with sticks. We could make that stick mean our life. And we were just content.
Thank you.
And then somebody says, "Oh, you were poor," and then you feeling bad. Oh, I was. Oh,
yeah. We didn't know. That was then, and this is now. That was then, and this is now.
Yes.
And now we know better. It's like poor is a state of mind.
It's a state of mind.
It's a consciousness. It has nothing to do with what's in your wallet or your bank account. It's that programming. It all goes back to the programming. You stay on the phone, you stay on the computer, and that's all the stuff that you absorb.
That's right.
Instead of breathing in and breathing out and coming from the inside out. See, we got to twist it. We got it backwards. But
it's from the inside out, not the outside in. That's why it's called inspiration. It's supposed to come from within, because that's really where your understanding is going to come. You got to go within. If you're letting other people tell you what to think and how to think, what is that indoctrination? Where you just accept things without question.
Right.
Even when they don't make sense. Does it make any sense to have people living on the street when you have empty buildings? So Deborah says, let the squatters in. We'll be providing the refugees housing. She's right. We got folks coming from other countries. So Okay, that's great. I understand you coming from a war-torn place. You don't want to be killed. You want to be able to escape, madness. And so the government says, well, we need to provide them a place to stay. Well, that's wonderful. We also need to provide a place to stay for people who are living here on the street. And we've had these empty buildings.
Right.
So let's have compassion for everybody.
Everyone. And see, when you don't have compassion, you're judging.
Yes.
You're judging.
The absence of
How do I know? I agree with my sister wholeheartedly. Hey, Tracy.
Yes, hey, Tracy.
We are very judgmental. We've been taught to judge. And it's hard. It's a challenge.
It is. Because we've been judged.
We've been judged. And that's all we know. And that's what we grew up with.
And we're believing that if I feel bad about myself, then I'll feel better about myself if I point out how someone else is lesser than I am. That's what we think. So that's why people criticize other people, because they think it's going to make them feel better about themselves.
Right. And it's just so much easier to point a finger than it is to
say, well, let me fix me, instead of, well, let me find what's wrong with them. That way I'll feel better about myself because I'm better than them.
Right.
That's what that is.
Everything but the truth.
Mm-hmm. And and again, I figured this out at 60. You start thinking, all the people in your life that either teased you or made you feel bad or made fun of you, it was because they felt bad about themselves.
Right.
And they thought they would feel better about themselves if they made you feel bad.
Yep.
Because then they could say, well, I'm better than her. I'm better than them.
Mm-hmm. That's
all that is. And it has no power over you once you feel good about yourself. No one has the power to make you feel bad once you feel good about yourself.
Once you know the truth of who you are, and you can only get that through the breath.
That's right. You got to breathe it in, because it's going to come through the divine mind.
Agree on your wall, and I'm thinking about mine that I did get and that I did not get. It didn't make me a better person. It gave me skills. It gave me social skills, and it gave me skills to get the job that I want. But it has nothing to do with the heart.
Nothing to do with the heart.
Because you can be as big as you want in corporate America and have a hole in your heart, a hole in your soul.
Yes.
And I recently we rhythm and others don't. I can tell you, I've been watching it, listening, and reading. It's because of the groundedness, the connectedness.
Yes.
You're not
and
connected.
That's what people got to understand.
The balance, the ebb and flow, the energy. You're not connected.
Yeah.
You're not in sync. You just can't.
You don't understand.
You can't do it.
Right.
You got to get above and below. Now I understand what Kwame was talking about. So is above, so below. I get it.
Below, yeah, that's true. You got to experience it to understand it. Because I realized all these things that we say, they've been said and said and said and said, but it doesn't resonate with you until you experience it internally. And then you go, oh, that's what that means. And you realize you've been hearing the teachings all
your life.
But it just went in one ear and out the other. And it didn't stick because you couldn't understand it.
Yep.
Yeah. Or as they say, understand. Yes.
Yes. Understand. And overstanding.
And overstand. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to open up a mic here. We got our brother, Minister Robert Floyd Plump, as always, our dear brother, who just does so many wonderful things all over the Chicagoland area and has lived a full life and has been living history and has been sharing his personal experiences with all of these historic figures and events. And we just love Minister Plump so much. Grand Rising. How are you?
Grand Rising, well and Yah Shalom, when we don't die, we multiply. Black is beautiful. We are the most blessed people on the earth and throughout the whole universe.
Yes.
We can. You all have discovered, and I have discovered, that female solution is the greatest show in America and throughout the whole world and the universe. Because I am a first-class student. And the greatest thing we can all do to help ourselves and someone else is a little word called share. because God will only. He wills for us to care for one another.
Yeah.
And if we don't do that, then we are missing the fact of black, blessed, beautiful. You see how the D is? Be loved. Remember, be loved.
Yeah.
And it's so big as it is so little you. See, you are the greatest because you are the female solution. And this is the black woman's time. It's our people time. And the black man must uplift the black woman. And take care of himself, take care of his family, and most of all, take care of his children. So I come up with heroes and sheroes.
Heroes and sheroes. I like that.
That's why we all have to be different, but like Michael Jordan, different but like Michael Jackson, reflect on the living and the dead, different. All y'all on the female solution are maybe overwhelmed to me. Because Neil Washington said, if you got it, you got it. So now that we know we got to share everything, because God shares everything with us.
That's
and
right.
Hey, God's will only is that we have our breath. See, so you all are giving life, and that's what the female do. See, you do that in a natural way, through knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and truth. So I have come to another conclusion about God's will only. I am happy, I am healthy, I am wealthy, and I am wise.
That's right.
I am grown and evolved into discovering the most important person that is living is you.
Yes.
What?
That's right.
We are the people, and we are the world, and yes, we can. It is nothing we can't do to understand how we have to really just do something as simple as breathing every day. That's a gift. It is a free gift from God's will only. Long as God's will.
That's right.
Only, and we go forward that.
Amen. That is right.
We love you.
Minister Plum.
That's right. Well, we love you and we thank you so much for sharing your wisdom today. Absolutely.
See you on Monday Morning Mindfulness, Minister Plum. Be sure and go to our Facebook page, HLNTV1, and vote for the youth today too. You know what? Actually, go to my blog, ZeldaSpeaks.wordpress.com, because that's where all the information will be there. And be sure and get you some noni juice while you're there. That's on my blog too, Dr.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Plum. Oh, and Harold Washington's 100th birthday. We're celebrating, giving away a $500 scholarship. 100th birthday will be for April 2022. So we're starting early.
All right. We're looking for that.
Mayor Harold Washington.
Yes. All right. Well, hey, join us tomorrow evening for Soul Purpose Healing with Viata, and then be right on back Monday Morning Mindfulness with ZeldaSpeaks.
Where we'll announce the winner.
That's right. We'll hear the winner. So make sure you vote. Make sure you vote. Go to
HLNTV show at gmail.com or facebook.com HLNTV1.
All right. Vote for the winner. We'll hear them on Monday. All right. Maybe get a chance to see a replay of their performance.
Yeah, I'm going to re-edit that and make it a little bit better. And right now I'm updating it on my blog so they can go to ZeldaSpeaks.wordpress.com.
Well, all right. Well, okay, y'all. We'll see you soon. And until tomorrow, continue to shine
As
your
of our
light.
team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussion. And to our global family listening from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, Sheshe, India, Zanyaba, Japan, Arigato, Korea, Kamsahamnida, Russia, Spasiba, Germany, Danke, Poland, 10 seconds, France, Spain. Gracias. Italy. Grazie. Egypt. Shukran. Ghana. Medasi. Nigeria. Eshe. South Africa. Nyabonga. Senegal. Geret. Kenya. Asante. Israel. Toda. Pakistan. Shukriya. Afghanistan. Tashakur. Saudi Arabia. Shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you. And may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.